Hello, my name is Joshua Polkki, and I'm a PhD student in music education and choral conducting at Michigan State University in East Lansing. Today I'd like to talk about voice matching and standing arrangements for choirs. Unlike orchestra and band directors, choir directors have a lot more freedom in how they place their choir and what sections sit where in the choir. And there are a lot of different philosophies that exist about this. A kind of standard formation for when a choir is learning music especially is to have the basses behind the sopranos and the tenors behind the altos. So for example, it could be a 4-row formation with the bass 1s and bass 2s behind the soprano 1s and soprano 2s, and likewise for the tenors and altos. But how should each individual singer be placed? Who should they stand next to? Where in the choir should they stand? These are the questions that we're going to tackle today. I believe that every singer has a specific place within the choral sound, both within their section and within the choir as a whole. As we all know, vocal timbres vary widely. Some voices are like flutes, others like bassoons, others like string basses. Some voices have a lot of natural vibrato, others are more naturally planed out. Some people have better hearing out of one ear than another, or some people might have slight hearing loss in one of their ears, and the list goes on and on. So how to come up with a formation? Let's see how this can work. The voice matching procedure I'm going to describe is very similar to the one derived and used by Weston Noble, conductor of the Nordic Choir and Professor Emeritus of Choral Music at Luther College in Decorah, Iowa, and influenced by my own study with his student Dr. Edith Copley at Northern Arizona University, and also with my studies with Dr. Charlene Archibek at San Jose State University. Procedures. Step 1. Choose a simple song, like Row, Row, Row Your Boat or Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Something with a limited range and something you can take a small chunk from. For example, row, row, row your boat would work for every individual singer just to get a hearing of their voice. Step 2. Gather one section at a time. If it's a large choir, you'll want to voice the 1s and the 2s separately. For example, tenor 1s voice separately from tenor 2s. Step 3. Hear each individual singer sing the short snippet of the song. Pay attention to their tone color and to their vocal production. Is it dark, bright, airy, strident? What about their tuning, and what about the speed and quantity of their vibrato? After you've heard all the singers, choose 2 singers who you think will blend well together, and whose sound you consider the most ideal for that section, the closest to the ideal tenor or alto sound that you have in your mind. Have the 2 singers perform together. Even if it works well, have them switch positions and try it again. You may be surprised at how much the sound changes. From this point, it's a matter of experimentation. Add one voice at a time. Don't be afraid to change your mind, and do ask your singers what they think. Sometimes even when there's a nice sound coming from 3 or 4 of the singers, one may be uncomfortable or may not be able to hear in that particular formation. Continue to experiment until you reach the best sound possible from this particular group of singers. Dr. Copley recommends having a power core in the center of her choir, which means that all of her ideal voices are grouped together in the middle of the chorus. In her 65-voice top choir, the larger, more strident voices are often on the outside of the choir. She also recommends seating the 1s behind the 2s, for example, the baritones in the back row, the bass 2s in front of them, the soprano 1s in front of them, and then the soprano 2s in the front. Overall, stay flexible, use your big ears, and invite your singers to give feedback throughout the placement process and when you finish a draft of the seating chart. If something's not working, they should feel free to ask for a change. Now, I'd like to show you a placement procedure that I did with the sopranos from the MSU Chamber Choir. Let's start by all singing just the first phrase of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Ready, and go.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Good, let's just that much, just for individually.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, 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 twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Good, let's put you guys down here, so everyone move down. And let's try you guys together. Ready, and go.
Twinkle, twinkle,
two of you. Or you two. Ready, and go.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Switch back. Let's try the three of you again. Ready, and go.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Go, now the two of you. Ready, and breathe.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Go, the four of you. Ready, and go.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
The four of you. Ready, and breathe.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Thoughts, feelings, questions? Is there a spot that you were in before that you felt better about? Good, let's try all of you. Ready, and go.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Awesome.